Despite all our satellites, labs, and equations, the universe still keeps secrets. From eerie lights in the sky to unexplained booms that shake entire cities, science doesn't have all the answers. In fact, some mysteries only grow stranger the deeper we look. Today we're counting down the most chilling things science still can't explain, bizarre, terrifying phenomena that defy logic, and might just reshape everything we think we know. Number 7. Earth's magnetic field is preparing to flip. Imagine Earth, wrapped in an invisible shield, a vast magnetic field stretching into space, silently deflecting deadly solar radiation and cosmic rays. Without it, life as we know it wouldn't stand a chance. But here's the unnerving truth. That shield is getting weaker and fast. Earth's magnetic poles, the invisible anchors guiding our compasses, aren't fixed. Every few 100,000 years, they swap places. North becomes south, and south becomes north. It's happened before. In fact, the last full reversal took place around 780,000 years ago. Right now, magnetic north is drifting rapidly, moving more than 30 miles per year. The field itself has lost nearly 10% of its strength in just the past 2 centuries. Some scientists believe this could be the early sign of another pole reversal. But a magnetic flip isn't like flicking a switch. During the transition, the magnetic field can break down, forming multiple poles across the planet. Imagine compasses spinning aimlessly, GPS satellites going haywire, and migratory animals like birds and whales suddenly losing their way. Even worse, a weaker magnetic field means more harmful radiation could reach Earth's surface, disrupting power grids, communication systems, and even exposing airline passengers to higher radiation levels. Life has survived past reversals, but this time, the stakes are different. Our modern world depends on technology, and technology depends on magnetism. If the flip begins in our lifetime, we may find ourselves navigating a world that's literally lost its direction. And the scariest part, we might already be in the early stages. Number 6. Skyquakes. The explosions in the sky that have no source. It's a calm, sunny afternoon. No storms, no planes, no clouds. Then suddenly, boom, a deafening explosion shakes windows, rattles buildings, and sends birds scattering into the sky. But when people rush outside to look, there's nothing. No smoke, no flash, no explanation. These are skyquakes, mysterious booms from the heavens that have been reported for centuries all over the globe. In the US, the Finger Lakes region calls them the Seneca guns. In Italy, they're known as Bronte. In Bangladesh, they go by Barisal guns. Different names, same bone-rattling mystery. They sound like artillery fire or a massive explosion directly overhead. And they happen under clear skies, with no warning. Scientists have tossed around several theories. Some say they might be meteors, skipping off the atmosphere, though no debris is ever found. Others think the sounds could be caused by gas bubbles collapsing in the ocean, or deep underground cave systems shifting and amplifying noise upward. Still, none of these ideas fully explain the frequency, reach, or suddenness of these skyquakes. Some are so loud, people call emergency services thinking a bomb has gone off. Yet when officials investigate, they find nothing. What's even stranger is how far these booms can travel, sometimes being heard hundreds of miles from their supposed source. In a world where we can scan the ocean floor and photograph black holes, it's chilling to think we still don't know what's causing massive thunderous explosions above our heads. The sky shouldn't roar like that, but sometimes it does. Number 5. Earthquake lights. Nature's eerie warning signs. It starts with a flicker, a strange glow in the sky, often just minutes or hours before the earth begins to shake. No storm, no lightning, just floating orbs of light, streaks of illumination, or glowing flashes that dance above the ground. These aren't myths. These are earthquake lights, eerie and unexplained visual phenomena that appear before major seismic events. Witnesses describe them in chilling detail: bluish fireballs hovering in midair, sheets of white light rippling like ghostly curtains across the night sky, or sudden flashes that look like lightning with no thunder. They've been reported around the world, from Japan to Italy, from Peru to the United States, often moments before powerful quakes strike. So what causes them? One of the leading theories points underground. When intense pressure builds up between rock plates, certain types of stone, like quartz, may generate electrical charges. It's called the piezoelectric effect. Multiply that by millions of tons of rock under extreme stress, and it's possible those charges escape into the atmosphere as bursts of light. Some scientists believe the effect is real and have even captured it on camera, but it's still not fully understood. Why do the lights appear in some earthquakes but not others? Why are they sometimes seen hundreds of miles from the quake's epicenter? Could these lights be Earth's natural warning system, a signal we've barely begun to decode? Until we can answer those questions, earthquake lights remain one of nature's most haunting and beautiful omens. Number 4. The anesthesia mystery. How do we turn off consciousness? Every day, thousands of people are put under anesthesia. They close their eyes and disappear. Minutes or hours later, They wake up with no memory of what happened in between. It feels like magic, but it's actually one of modern medicine's greatest unsolved puzzles. We know anesthesia works. It silences pain and knocks people out during surgery. But here's the mind-bending part. We still don't fully understand how when anesthesia enters the bloodstream, it doesn't just switch the brain off like a light. Instead, it scrambles the brain's internal communication. Billions of neurons, normally in perfect sync, suddenly stop talking to each other, like pulling the plug on an entire city's phone lines. Scientists have discovered something called lipid rafts, tiny structures within brain cell membranes. Under anesthesia, these rafts become chaotic. Proteins that guide brain activities start drifting to the wrong places, like party guests stumbling into the wrong rooms. The result, the brain can't form conscious thought, but sometimes the process isn't so smooth. Patients have reported vivid, surreal dreams under anesthesia. Others, more disturbingly, describe moments of awareness where they could feel pain but were paralyzed and unable to speak, a rare condition known as anesthesia awareness. Despite a century of use, we still don't fully know what flips the off switch in our brains or what really happens inside the mind during that silence. It's like unlocking a door without ever seeing what's behind it. Until we do, anesthesia remains a clinical miracle and a deep medical mystery. Number 3. The Great Dying. Earth's most devastating extinction event. Long before the dinosaurs, Earth faced a catastrophe so massive it nearly ended all life. It's called the Great Dying, the largest mass extinction event in our planet's history, and it happened around 252 million years ago in a geological instant. 90% of marine life vanished. On land, nearly 70% of species were wiped out. Forests collapsed, coral reefs disappeared, entire ecosystems unraveled. But what caused it? Most scientists point to a monstrous chain of volcanic eruptions in what's now Siberia. These weren't typical volcanoes. They were massive fissures that oozed lava for hundreds of thousands of years, covering an area bigger than Alaska in molten rock. These eruptions released staggering amounts of carbon dioxide and methane into the atmosphere. Planet heated rapidly. Global temperatures soared by 14 degrees Fahrenheit. The oceans absorbed the greenhouse gases and turned acidic, destroying the shells of countless sea creatures. Oxygen levels dropped, and vast stretches of ocean became lifeless dead zones. Unlike a sudden asteroid strike, the Great Dying unfolded in brutal stages. Some areas were hit quickly. Others took centuries to collapse. The recovery, it took millions of years for life to bounce back, and when it did, the survivors evolved into strange new species, eventually giving rise to dinosaurs. It's a sobering reminder that Earth doesn't need a comet to wipe the slate clean. Sometimes the planet itself hits the reset button. And with today's warming climate and rising carbon levels, some scientists fear we may be tiptoeing toward a similar tipping point again. Number 2. The Supervoid, a gigantic hole in the universe in the constellation Eridanus. Astronomers found something that shouldn't exist, a vast dark emptiness stretching across the universe. It's called the Eridanus Supervoid, and it's so massive, it defies our understanding of space itself. This cosmic blank spot spans an estimated 1.8 billion light-years across. To put that in perspective, you could fit over 10,000 Milky Way galaxies inside it, and still have room to spare. But what truly unsettles scientists is what isn't there. This supervoid contains far fewer galaxies than expected. It's not just empty, it's cold. When scientists mapped the leftover glow from the Big Bang, known as the cosmic microwave background, they discovered this region had a chilling cold spot far below normal. Some theories suggest that, as light travels through this void, it loses energy. Like a car coasting uphill, photons slow down, creating the strange cold signature we detect. Others propose that this area might be draining light and energy in ways we don't yet understand. There are even more exotic ideas, like traces of a parallel universe brushing up against ours, or some unknown force at play beyond current physics. Whatever the cause, the Eridanus Supervoid remains a giant question mark stamped across the cosmos, a silent void where the rules of the universe seem to break down in a sky full of stars. This empty stretch reminds us how little we truly know about the space we float in. Number 1. The singular heart of a black hole. At the center of every black hole lies something so strange, so extreme that even the laws of physics seem to fall apart. It's called a singularity, a point of unimaginable density, where matter is crushed into an infinitely small space. Picture an entire star, many times the mass of our sun, collapsing into something smaller than a grain of sand. At this point, gravity becomes so intense that space itself folds in on itself, and time begins to twist and slow, according to our equations. The singularity is a place where everything, mass, energy, even the fabric of reality, is squeezed into a point of infinite density. But infinite isn't something science can truly measure. In fact, when our math hits that point, it just breaks inside a singularity. Our most trusted theories, including Einstein's general relativity, simply stop working. Number 1 knows what truly exists there. Is it some unknown state of matter, a gateway to another dimension, a glitch in the very blueprint of the universe? We can't observe it. We can't test it. Anything that crosses the event horizon, the black hole's boundary, is lost forever, including light. And yet, this mysterious, invisible core might hold the answers to the greatest question of all. How did the universe begin? A singularity started the Big Bang. A singularity ends a black hole. Somewhere in between may lie the ultimate truth, one we may never live to understand. For all our breakthroughs in technology, nature still guards its deepest secrets. From black holes to skyquakes, some mysteries remain just out of reach, haunting, unanswered, and very real. So stay curious, stay alert, because the more we learn, the stranger things get. And this is only the beginning. Subscribe for more chilling and unexplained science stories. You won't want to miss what's coming next.